Hey guys!
Happy Sunday and welcome back to
Latte and Foam.
It's been a little while since we've actually sat down to film a video. We had a lot of pre-recorded stuff go up, which is why we didn't mention anything about the current pandemic going on. And then, of course, we're wishing you guys are safe and home and staying vigilant and all of that. Luckily, we're already together, so we can just continue to film as normal, and hopefully we can bring some relaxing and fun videos for you guys during this time to help you chill out and not be so bored while you're at home.
You still have lots of new content coming your way, so a couple of things we wanted to announce today before we get our video started.
Yes, we have 2 new segments coming. One is a returning segment, and then one is something new that we want to try. So for the new one, it's going to be called
High Tea with Latte and Foam.
And it's going to be kind of like an advice column where you guys can write in your questions and let us know what's on your mind. Obviously right now you're alone with your thoughts a lot, so if there's a certain situation you need advice on, or just general questions about things in life or getting into college, like literally anything, you can ask us.
Yep, getting to know us too. You can ask all of that there, and you can either pop them in the comments below, or if you feel a little personal and you don't want everybody to know and want to keep it anonymous, we will attach our business team up below that you can send us questions to, so you can ask.
Yeah, it's going to be the one attached to this channel, which is kaylaslovelybiz@gmail.com. We'll put that on the screen for you guys.
Yep. And once we get enough questions, we'll actually make a follow-up video and answer all of your questions in the Q&A form.
Yeah, so go ahead and comment below or email that for that. And the next video that we're going to be doing, which should be coming probably before that high tea one, is going to be the return of Boy Rank. That was a really popular series on this channel when I was running it by myself, and I did Dreamy Days in West Tokyo and Be My Princess. I'll link those below if you want to check them out and see how that goes. But we are gonna do, go ahead and tell them.
We're gonna do a series, the series called Kissed by the Baddest Bidder. Like a super popular one on Voltage. We never really like that game. We just went off the
Anytime people ask, we kind of talk trash about it. We're like, why would you want to play that? You will get bought by someone?
Yeah, but we decided, okay, let's give into the hype, and we're gonna play all of just the main characters, or
we're gonna do all 8 characters for you guys,
okay,
but just the main story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, if we decide to play more on our own, we can and let people know. I've already played a lot of ASK stuff so far, but
after 2 characters, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what we rank them. But yeah, that's a cool segment, and so we hope you guys tune in for that. And another thing that we want to bring is that we want to get to know you guys more. We post all of these videos and all this content. We want to know what you guys want to see. So definitely comment below or on some of our other videos if you watch them about videos you want us to review, Otome games, all of that
and
stuff.
That you want us to watch and let us talk about.
Yeah, let us know what you want us to talk about.
So that's pretty much it for our announcements. But today we just wanted to do kind of a chill video, nothing too wild or crazy or planned really. We just wanted to talk about what we've been doing during this whole lockdown and different Otome games or anime that you could play, drinks you can make, just stuff to kind of relax at home. So obviously Otome games are the heart of this channel and our friendship basically since we discovered them. Obviously we've been friends for a very long time, but as soon as we both discovered Otome, we were super into it. And then we obviously started our company, Lovely Inc. So we've definitely been writing a lot of great stories and we have a lot of good content coming out. Unfortunately, our Harem special got delayed, but hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks that'll be released so you guys can play that. And that's for our game Snow Kiss Romance, but we have another really fun game in the works.
We do have another Ultimate game coming out this fall called Evermore. My Love for You is Evermore, which is an office romance for the company called Evermore. And we have 4 new guys coming your way, and we'd like to introduce you to one of them, Hiro.
Hiro's the main character.
Yeah, he's the idol, and it'll be so cool, and we're so excited for you guys to see. We're gonna keep updating you about Evermore as it gets more developed and everything. Just stay tuned.
Yeah, so basically all we can tell you about it right now is the basic premise, which is that you're working for a PR firm called Evermore, and you get assigned to work with a pop star named Hiro. And that's all we're gonna say for now, but we'll continue to let you guys in on that creative process a little bit more through our videos coming this summer.
So favorite Ultimates are always in Voltage. So one that I like to kick back and relax to is Dreamy Days in West Tokyo. it's a cute, like, first love Otome that you were gone for 10 years and you come back and all of the guys that you grew up with are now in high school and you basically choose which one that you're gonna be in love with. And I don't know, I just love
I feel like that was a big inspiration for our game, Snow Kissed Romance, because the whole knowing someone when you were a child and being best friends, but then coming back when you're more mature and have these feelings. So
yeah,
that's definitely a fun one.
That one is, and it's just like it's like light and fluffy, so it's not too like intense, and it's not like you don't feel like you have to go through this like staggering storyline. You just know you love this person, you go through all of these little small things with them, high school, college, and then marriage and stuff, and all the side stories. So I think it's a really cool one to just like, if you're having like a slow day and you're like, what should I do? Definitely would check out Dreamy Days in West Tokyo.
Yeah, especially if you feel like stressed out or anything. I feel like the soundtrack is really soothing. I would definitely recommend having the volume on.
But the other thing too I like about Dreamy Days in West Tokyo, there's like a comedy thing too, because like they all are such good friends.
That's
so
true.
Banter.
They have really good comedic banter.
Yeah, so
it's
if you're
easy
having
to overlook that part of it because I always just think of like how calming and like slice of life it is, but it is actually really funny.
And they just have my favorite like Otome guy of all time, which is Ichigo.
Yeah, that's
so
we both didn't know that we were playing Otome games whenever we first started, and I remember I brought it up, and then immediately both of our favorite guy in the first one we played was Ichigo.
Yeah, it's just,
like what are the odds?
We're just the same with that.
Yeah, I love all of the characters in that game though. There's actually not one that I dislike. Well, the only one I kind of dislike is Haruki. Is that his name?
I think that they make him too much of the like goody two shoes guy that is just like
he just falls a little flat.
Just not as like great of a storyline as I think that they could have gone with. They kind of made him too much of a common arc line, but I think there's a lot of good to his character, and I love actually the designs in it as well, like the character designs as it gets more developed. It's just like super whatever, but I like that one. That one's so nice.
Kind of like to go off of that, one that I was kind of rediscovering during this time where I have a lot more time on my hands obviously, is Class Trip Crush. Have you ever played that one?
I have.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
I actually really like that one. It's like, it's innocent and childish in ways that you're like, honestly, if you like are our age now, we're just like, seriously, but I think it would make sense when you're just trying to be like that first crush you ever have, and you're like, oh, it's
doesn't it give you the vibes kind of Dreamy Days though, like the just kind of the age group and the laid back vibe of it, and I think that's a really good one for right now when people can't go out, and maybe some of you are used to traveling more, and in this one you travel around to a lot of different places. You can kind of get that experience from the comfort of your own home. I've been playing, I replayed Kanji. I really liked his. I didn't realize, but they recently came out with, there is like a pop star kid that comes on the trip. His manager has a route, and that's a really good one, because you're 18 in the game, because it's your senior trip.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing illegal. But him,
okay,
him and the teacher, like the like coach or whatever, they have routes. They're actually pretty good routes though.
A fun fact to know about Kayla is that she's into the older guy characters.
I don't know why. I'm not just into the older guy characters. I like all characters, I think. You just have a very specific, she likes one type of guy the most.
I think you're so much more like open to like view all of the routes, and
I love
like,
all of the routes.
And me, I'm like, this is my type, this is it.
Unless he assaults me with his words, I don't want to talk to him.
That's not true.
That's what you are.
That's like, that is. But that's the thing. Once I like, I think that I'm like, one note is like, once I like a character, that's it. And like, I'm not concerned with any other character. A lot of the time when I play the other guys, it's like, I feel like I'm being unavailable to like my main bae. Like I just have to.
See, I'm like, I used to be like that, like with Ichigo, because it was my first one I ever played. It took me so long. I just kept playing only his stories that would come out, and it took me so long to like actually play another guy. But now I'm just obsessed. I play like every guy, every game. But yeah, those are some more like relaxing ones. I haven't really been playing anything too intense besides Kiss by the Baddest Bitter, since we're doing that for a video, which
my one is pretty intense.
Pretty intense. Oh, just wait till you play Mamoru. His is like, I was so shook when I played his.
I think other ones, I feel like also a lot of Voltage's side stories are pretty light. It's like they do, so the Christmas specials, I know it's like almost hot in summertime, but Christmas specials are always super sweet, and it's like if you're looking for just like a pick-me-up, play all of the Christmas specials in Voltage. They do them really, really well.
Yeah, thinking about Christmas time right now is like something just kind of relaxing.
Yeah,
I would say.
I think that
I know that's weird, but I'm into that. Let us know what you guys have been playing, like as far as side stories and games. I think Be My Princess is another good one right now because it really takes you out of reality and it's nothing too intense.
Yeah, even though I'm not an ultra fan, I think this another one that's kind of really light would be, honestly, Diary of a Stepsister. I think that's one. It's a really, really new Voltage one.
Oh, I played that one.
That one, so I'm not really into like this one's dating, but really it's like your dad married or your mom married their dad. So they're not really related, but I think those ones are like also like the high school, and I really like the backgrounds of that one. That one's like really detail oriented.
That game's really well done, but I was kind of disappointed in the route that I ended up playing. I played the main guy, like the princely type who was blonde. I can't even remember his name, and I did not play it that long ago, so that's not a good sign. But I really enjoyed the game's vibe. It was just that I was not that happy with the execution of that route.
Let me recommend it. Also me.
Oh my god. Which did you like that you played? Did you play the Butler one yet?
No, I played the twins. I think the twins, actually one thing I can respect is how opposite they make the twins. I think a lot of the time when you see like anime and stuff, the twins are like so similar as people, but I think this one they did such a good job of like making them very separate personalities. So I really like that one.
Is this the first time they've done twins in a Voltage game? No, Butler Until Midnight.
Yes, okay, good, yes.
They have twins, but they don't look anything alike, and the twins in this game actually look really alike.
Some other Ultimate games that you can play too, they don't always have to be on your phone. If you guys have like a PS Vita, I would recommend the Code Realized second game series. That one's more about the romance. The first one is kind of intense and a really long game, but that one's like super cool. Plus, if you have a lot of time, do it if you're trying to relax, get yourself face fast, play the games, and you definitely have time. Another Ultimate game I always would recommend is Snow Kissed Romance.
Oh yeah.
We wrote it.
I feel like not even just because this is our game, but literally it's the perfect game for right now because it's relaxing. There's no like murder plot, like nothing crazy. It's just like a calming, relaxing game, and it's something where you're getting away. You're on vacation, which is something you can't do right now. So that's another good one, actually, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's even if you're gonna cool down, we have a bunch of specials out as well. A Christmas special, a Valentine's Day special. We have the voiced calls, and I think it's just really, really for us. We each wrote a route and then co-wrote another route, and it's super like cool to see each other's like writing because it was like, wow, it's a different perspective. But I think the characters are super dynamic, and I know that sounds like, well, it's your game, you should say that, but I honestly feel like if you have the time, totally check out our game.
Yeah, we would really love to know what you guys think too, because we have had a lot of people download the game and everything, but we've noticed a lot more people have played it on Apple. So there's not really been that many reviews, or we haven't gotten a lot of feedback from any of you guys on Google Play. So if you guys have an Android device, let us know like what you think of the game, if you're gonna get it, and like why or why not. We'd be really interested as owners to know that.
We'd definitely like to hear your thoughts, but yeah. All right, cool. So another thing we can also do inside is, how many of you definitely have all of your anime lists just staggering and like when I'm gonna find time? This is the perfect time. I know a lot of us we still work or the work from home, those awesome opportunities, but if you can take some time out of your day and just catch up on anime, we'd like to recommend a couple of animes that we feel like are totally relaxable, and one that I'm just rewatching now again that I think is so cute and just like light is called Gakuen Babysitters.
Yes. Oh, you guys have to check that out. So cute.
And for those of you that don't know the premise, I'm going to give a little bit of background. So basically the main character, Ryu, and his little brother, they lost their parents, which is kind of like sad. But the chairman of this school takes them in, and she says, in order for you to stay here, you have to be part of my babysitters club. And so he agrees, and Kotaro, which is his little brother, is like, I want to say like below the age, they have to be below the age of like 4. So they're probably like 2 to 3 years old. And
they look like geese.
They have the cutest little cheeks, and they all become friends, and it's basically about their daily slice of life of like going day to day and the shenanigans that the babies get into with the upper classmates, and it's literally just every episode basically has 2 episodes in it, and there's always a result at the end of somebody learning a lesson or somebody getting close. And I just think it's a super cute. It's not only a cute anime, but the music's super cute. The characters are just lovable, and I just think that it's cute.
Yeah, that's a fun one too, to just like watch one before bed or something, just to, like cool down and relax. Or like I would have set it up and just played like a cute little anime like that, like while I take a bath. It's just a really cute one to watch. Well, another anime that I would recommend is from this manga, Michiru Prison Girl, or like Rainbow Colored Prison Girl.
今じゃなきゃいつなんだ本当は気づいてるんだろう泣いても
It's about this girl who wants to become an actress, and she does, because her mom was a really famous actress and her dad owns a talent agency, and there's another boy actor that she kind of has a little bit of a scuffle with and like a budding romance with. That one has really short episodes and not that many episodes. I want to say there's like 6 12-minute episodes or something like that. And you can find them on YouTube, I know for sure, because that's where we watched it. But it's a really cute one, especially during this time, just to kind of take your mind off of things and quick to watch.
Another one I feel like would be School Rumble.
男の子は女の子のこといつも追いかけてる
Oh yeah, that's a long one, but I would recommend it.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
It's like funny, it has romance, it has like all of these just like super huge shenanigans in each character. I would say they have really good character development for each and every single character, but there's like so many funny things that happen that you're just like, what?
It's so cute. It'll totally take your mind off anything if you're going through like a hard time right now. And it has really cute like opening and ending themes. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I really like that one.
And Tenma.
Tenma. I like it. I think it's a super duper good one. Another really good one, honestly, and we say this like every other video, Ouran High School Host Club.
Yes, that's a great. If you have not seen that anime yet, just go watch it. Like, what's another good one? Chobits. I love that anime. It's one of my favorite anime.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think those ones are pretty legit. What's another one that we like love and we like talk about all the time?
I know. Now's kind of a good time too, because I know a lot of people have been focusing on new anime coming out, just like to go back and rewatch some of your favorite classic anime.
Yeah, those feel good ones.
Nothing too depressing. I wouldn't recommend anything depressing right now.
Yeah,
Staying inside.
all of them are
I
pretty.
think those ones are good, yeah. And you can let us know too, like which anime should we watch, because I'm looking for some new anime to watch.
Yeah.
So other things you can do besides just playing Otome games are other games that have come out. I know a ton of you guys are playing Animal Crossing. We haven't played it yet. We'd love to play it. But we have some other games you've been playing. You've been playing a lot of Persona.
Ooh, yes. Okay, Persona. I played Persona 5. Persona 5 Royal, the Japanese version when it came out last year. If you already have Persona 5, I wouldn't recommend always getting Persona 5 Royal. There are some definite changes, don't get me wrong. And there's a new character added. It's really up to your preference. If you get it, it's awesome. But I think if you have the time, this game definitely keeps your mind going. They ask you like questions like you're in school. You got to keep up on your skills. It definitely keeps your, cognitive functions going. So I definitely would recommend that as a game. Also, it's super fun and it's got its intensity, but it also has that interaction that you would need with somebody else. So personally, I'll always recommend Persona 5.
I think the whole Persona series is like really good. I know the original Persona and Persona 2 are a little bit darker. And I haven't played them. I have watched some Let's Plays of them on Twitch and YouTube. They seem really interesting and like really good stories. Persona 3, I have that one, and I have Persona 4 and 5. I haven't finished 5. I finished 3 and 4. They're both really, really good. Super recommend. I think 4 and 5 are the strongest two though, in my opinion. And they always do that where they release, like they have Persona 4 the Golden, Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal. And they're the same game. It's just the latter came out a little bit.
But it comes out like 2 years later, and it just adds more features to it, I would say. So that's it. So like the storyline is going to be the exact same, the same castles, the same bosses, but there's just a little bit more added to it. It's still a great game. I like it. So obviously I like it enough to buy both versions.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you also did that to practice your Japanese, which is another point is like, if you guys have really been wanting to learn a language or really wanting to learn a subject matter, this is a great time to like really dive into it. I know I've been practicing Japanese flashcards, playing games in Japanese, and it's been really helping.
yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have never played Persona, just to jump back in that really quick, it's really cool because it has so many different elements. It's like an Otome game in the sense that you're talking to people and you're able to romance one of them in the end. but it's also like an RPG because you're kind of running around and collecting things and doing quests. And then you have like the kind of, if you play Pokemon, which is another game I'd recommend right now. Pokemon's super fun, but it's kind of like that too because you're getting things like Pokemon and they do evolve and you can like...
They're called Arcanas.
Yeah, they're called Arcanas.
Yeah, you get super cool Arcanas, and actually if you play Super Smash Bros, the main character from Persona 5, which his name is Joker, is in it with his main persona. But yeah, it does.
He's so cute, by the way.
Like,
Totally you love him.
Totally big.
He's
But
super big.
yeah, I think that's another thing. So for me, if any of you are studying Japanese, I feel like in this game it did help me because it wasn't intense Japanese that they're speaking. It's a lot of conversational that you
Conversational, yeah.
between two people. So I feel like it helps me sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, they say it this way or that way, and the translations are done actually spot on really well.
I think that's a better game to play in Japanese because I have a Pokemon game in Japanese, not Pokemon Sword or Shield, but it was the one right before that. I forget what it was, Sun and Moon. I have Sun in Japanese for my 3DS, and it's a little bit hard because the lingo is not lingo that anyone would use in real life. Like they're talking about Pokemon, so like sometimes I think it's a new word I don't know, but it's just a Pokemon's name. And I'm like, oh. So I wouldn't recommend that, but Persona is definitely a good one to help like bring it along.
Yeah, because I was write it down just like I'm writing, but like because all of it is in Japanese, like everywhere. And the cool thing is that they have all the signs too in Japanese, so you can read it. It's like
there's just a lot of and it feels like you're in Japan when you're playing that game because you're actually out and about.
Yeah. Another cool game too, because I know that we don't have a lot of. You're supposed to keep your social distancing. I would always say, and it's because Kayla and I play it all the time, are the Mario Kart and the mini side games.
Yes! Oh my gosh, and you can do that if you and your friend have a Switch. You can play distance.
You can play distance. You can go online and just interact with people that way as well. But a cool game just to like get some of that aggression, because I know when you stay inside, it's like, oh my gosh, definitely play Renegade.
Renegade that's our favorite to blow off steam after a long work day.
Yeah,
we love that.
It's super fun because you're just like running around and you're trying to be basically playing cops and robbers, and either you're the cop or the robber sometimes. It just depends. But I think it's super fun and it's not like too serious, but it's like you're just like getting going, kind of strategizing in your own mind. How am I going to not get caught, but also get the most people either catch them or get them out of jail? So I think that's a really good game. But if you're wanting to relax on the ladder, I would definitely recommend
Stardew Valley. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that one because we were playing that together. We have a little town called Kuma Farm right now. We need to like get further in that.
Yeah.
There's honestly so much to do, and that's like the great thing about this. Obviously, there's a lot of bad things going on, but the positive side of it is there's some things you may have always wanted to do that you don't have time for, and now you can. You can really indulge in your hobbies a little bit more. Obviously, you still have to work, but if you're like us. Social plans really did take up a lot of our time. Like, and you have, like, it's hard. You want to maintain your relationships with friends and coworkers and everything like that, but sometimes you need some me time.
Yeah, and this is the perfect time to really focus on that. I know that mental health is super duper important, so obviously getting online with your friends or FaceTiming them, definitely do that if you can. Totally play games online with your friends or FaceTime them while you're playing, but definitely get those frustrations out or get those relaxation times in, because it's really important, because once everything goes back to normal, you're gonna wish you still had more time.
You utilize this time. Yeah, like my mom, she lives alone. Like a lot of you guys that live alone, I know this can be a really sad time right now because you don't have anyone there with you, but you can really take your mind off things. Like she started picking up learning guitar, and that's really helped her, and she's just been getting more involved in the online communities than she has been in the past because she's of an older generation. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a good time for us, like when in the online space, we're all very connected. So
yeah, and that's one of the greatest things about the online universe is that you can still have fun with like playing those games. I mean, literally for us, takes so much steam off. Or like, I'm just gonna jump on around and play even Mario Kart itself. I mean, come on, who doesn't love throwing a banana at some random strangers with their games? I mean, I love it.
And that's a game that you can just pick up immediately, and you have everything there. Some games take a while to build up, like Animal Crossing to build up your town, and Pokemon, you have to train your Pokemon, which obviously that can be a good time to do it, but sometimes you just want to pick something up and play. And in that case, Mario Kart, Mario Party, those are really good games to play during this time.
Yeah, so and also comment below if you recommend any games you like to play to just take your mind off of something. Those are just some games that aren't too, I would say, stressful or get you too or dark. We don't want to recommend anything too dark right now, although I will always plug in Danganronpa because that one's a super cognitive game that keeps you on your toes. That one's super fun to play.
That keeps your brain stimulated.
Yeah.
If you're okay with like horror stuff and you're into that stuff, then I would say play it. If you don't like darker stuff and you prefer to keep your mind in a positive light place,
Definitely avoid
I would
that
avoid
one.
that one.
Stay that away.
But yeah, also just talk to us. We have a little community here that's growing. You guys can comment, talk to each other in the comments, and we obviously are gonna have that high tea with latte and foam coming out soon, hopefully, if we have enough comments from you guys and emails.
We love hearing from you guys, and always you can find us on Twitter if you're feeling like you're having a down day or something and you just want somebody to talk to. Totally find us on Twitter, add us on Twitter. We definitely would love to talk to you guys.
Yeah, we always respond to messages. I have a lot of people that message me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will respond whenever I can, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna end this video by showing you one of our favorite drinks to make before bed, and we just relax and watch some anime with our London Fog, which is an Earl Grey tea drink. So we'll go ahead and show you guys how to make that, and then we're gonna sign off.
So for a London Fog, you're going to want a lavender-infused Earl Grey tea. I got mine at a local grocery store, and it has a bunch of servings in here. Since we're going to be making this a milk tea latte, I'm going to want to brew a pretty strong tea, so I'm going to do 2 scoops of this tea and heat up about 4 to 6 ounces of piping hot water to pour over it. I'm going to pour this directly into the loose leaf tea and mix it up since I didn't have any bags on hand, and we'll strain it after. And it's a bit chilly still in my home, so I'm going to cap my tea to keep in the heat. While that's steeping for about 5 minutes, I'm going to pour in some milk into my frother. If you don't have a frother, you can just heat your milk over a stove and then whip it with blender. But for me, I'm using 1% milk, and to add a little bit of that creaminess back so it froths up better, I'm adding some vanilla creamer. The main components to this are lavender, the Earl Grey, milk, and vanilla flavoring. So if you don't have a vanilla flavored creamer, you can just add a drop of vanilla and some sugar into your milk. For me, I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of this creamer because I don't like my teas too sweet. I would recommend adding more than this if you want to cut through the bitterness of the Earl Grey. When my tea is pretty much done steeping, I'm going to pour the milk on the bottom of the foam into the tea so that it kind of mixes together and gets the aromatics. And right after that, I'm going to get my second cup, which has a smaller rim, so I can fit my miniature strainer on top of it. After straining it twice, I'm going to go ahead and add the froth left over in my frother on top of the tea. And that's it. It's a super delicious drink. I really love to have it before bed. It pairs well with shortbread cookies. If you guys try this out, let me know how you like it.
Well, that is the tea for the day, and we hope you guys are all seriously staying safe and keeping up in high spirits. We know everything is just a little chaotic right now, but hopefully it'll end soon and everybody just gets back to their normal lives.
Yeah.
Definitely comment below, comment any questions you have, or write into our email. We look forward to hearing from you guys.
Yep, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.